in 2005, they never found me. I was the co-signer, right? My mom was the actual signer. She filed bankruptcy.
Welcome to Entrepreneurial Genius, the podcast where spiritually conscious entrepreneurs get a grip on their business, their health, their money, their relationships, and their life. And now, here's your host, Paul.
Another episode. This is Paul. Welcome to Entrepreneurial Genius, another episode here. Today I have David Thompson. And so David has an interesting twist on his business. And though many of you are in the real estate business and in the real estate industry as agents or investors and so forth, I found that what he does can apply to you as investors and realtors. And I found David by just being on Facebook and by being a part of a group, and his name popped up, and I thought, let me talk to this guy. And so we talked about something else, right? And then I thought, oh, he has stuff that my audience needs to hear. So welcome to the Entrepreneurial Genius, David Thompson. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me on. This is gonna be exciting.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So to introduce, give us like the elevator speech of what you do and who you do it for.
Yes, so for the past 18 months, I specialize in helping doctors and health experts acquire new patient opportunities with digital advertising, mostly Facebook, okay? So I help local businesses in that way. I also help, agencies that want to serve that same niche actually grow faster with one-on-one coaching. A lot of these people that are trying to grow their agency, they bought a bunch of courses and they still haven't taken action, or they're not getting the results they want. And it's because a lot of these courses lack that one-on-one support that everyone loves and needs. A lot of times people buy a course and they think they're getting one-on-one support, but in reality, they're just getting information, right? And so I'm the crazy guy that's giving away my time to help these people on a one-on-one basis to grow their agency. So
how about that?
Yeah,
that's really, really crazy to actually help somebody, to give information and actually help somebody, right? You're out there, dude. You're crazy.
Yes.
But this world of this digital advertising world it's huge. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's got to be in the multi-billion dollars that it generates, right? And I'm not just talking about Facebook ads and stuff, but the results of digital marketing, right? So how long have you been in this space, the digital marketing space?
I bought a bunch of courses like a lot of people, I'd say back in 2014, but didn't start taking action until about around October 2016, when I decided to pick a niche and leverage the information I learned. So like really taking action in my niche since around October 2016.
Yeah, I find that to be the case too. People buy, and I'm guilty of it, right? I've bought courses and they've laid there on my computer. I'm sure I got it in my closet over here, a couple of boxfuls of, real estate courses that I bought or marketing courses that I bought that I just haven't implemented, right? Because it can be overwhelming, but so implementation is the thing. But so what results or what real impact have you seen from the digital marketing in your business and in the space overall?
Well, I was pretty ignorant to digital advertising before I bought these courses. Before I started doing Facebook ads, I literally had 300 friends, in family. That's really it. I'd never used Facebook for really anything because I was kind of that guy that was against Facebook, and all that stuff, right? There's a few people like that. But once I realized that,
what? I'd like to be like that, but I can't because of my business. I'd like to just check out, Facebook, screw it. Okay. But no, I get it, right? It's necessary evil in business.
Seriously, when Facebook came out, I completely ignored it because I was like, I don't want to be that guy that's constantly on their phone, looking at that stuff. But I realized later that, my gosh, so I was in the pharmaceutical industry since 2010. And, I have a family and so forth. So I realized after a few years that, living in California with the family is expensive, right? And so that's part of the reason why I started looking into business ventures, seeing what else I could do to make more money. And then, once you start going into that world, and liking people's ads and so forth, and then you all of a sudden, Facebook starts making recommendations to you, like, oh, there's this Facebook group for entrepreneurs. Oh, look, here's an ad talking about how you can make a bunch of money in 3 months or something like that. And so I started clicking and learning, got on people's email lists. And so that's how I got into the digital advertising world, because I had a need, right? I was looking for some part-time income. And then eventually I started buying courses, but I never took action because, I was still making decent amount of income. So there was no pain. It was just something I wanted to do. So it was just a desire, but no pain. So I didn't take action. Fast forward, finally, I bought a few courses, and the reason I finally took action on the information that I purchased was because I was finding enough pain. I was kicked out of
in yourself or in the market.
My pain, is that you talking about my pain?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
your pain or the market's pain?
It was external. So we got kicked out of our house that we were for, about 5 years. My wife was traumatized because she thought we would be there for a while. But they wanted to sell the house. So, and I wasn't ready for it. We found out she was pregnant. That's a good thing. But at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, right? It's like a double-edged sword. Like, oh my gosh, like my wife's pregnant. My job became an 80-hour-a-week job where they kept asking me to do more and more. I was working for corporate America, right? So, yeah, literally kept throwing stuff on my plate. And they changed my boss. They swapped my boss out for someone else that was just very passionate about micromanagement, right? That's the nice
I like that. He was passionate about being in your business, is what you're saying, man.
That's the nice way to say it, right? But, it was a pain in the neck for me. And so all these things happened at the same time. And on top of that, my wife wanted to buy a house. And I'm like, she didn't know. Oh, yeah. And then on top of that, I had this car loan that was repoed in 2005. They never found me. I was the co-signer, right? My mom was the actual signer. She filed bankruptcy, and I thought it was clear, but they found me later at my job and started garnishing my wages. So my wages are being garnished. We got kicked out of our house, right? We had to find somewhere else to live. My wife's pushing me to buy a house. She doesn't know about the wage garnishment, and I don't want to tell her because it would just create. I know how she reacts with money, and I just.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
That
right?
too, right? And then all the other things I mentioned. So all of that pain forced me to get off my butt and actually do something with the courses that I bought. And so that's kind of what happened with me when it came to digital advertising. It came out of a pain, out of a need, not because I think I'm lazy, to be honest, because I can't get myself to do anything unless it hurts enough to actually go do it. Otherwise, I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed. Yeah, I put this shirt on. This is kind of like my personality. Relaxed, laid back.
Chill. Well, we'll work on that mindset with you after the show. But it's true, we have to have leverage a lot of times to get stuff done, right? It's happened to all of us, right? So, but that's okay. But the digital world then provided a solution for you?
Yes, totally. I was able to start prospecting. Even if it was at midnight, I was still able to get work done. So everybody was asleep. I finished my 80-hour-a-week job. And so I was so passionate about getting this done because of the pain. So everyone is sleeping. I'd be messaging doctors on Facebook 2-3 hours a night. And after about 2 weeks, just as little as 2 weeks, I started building momentum. I started getting good at having conversations inside a messenger, started getting people on the phone. A lot of them weren't a good fit, but I was just excited because, man, I know how to get them on the phone now. Before I was afraid to even talk to somebody. Now I know how to talk to them in messenger. Now I know how to get them on the phone. So the second problem I had was, how do I close them? I kept getting on the phone with people that weren't qualified, or they just got divorced and their mindset's shot, right? And so like all kinds of
interesting though, they are looking for a solution.
They are looking for a
That's
solution.
why they responded.
Yes,
right?
but like I realized that, I want to help. My main niche is chiropractors, right?
Okay, chiropractors, huh?
But I can't help every chiropractor. I can only help a segment of those chiropractors, right? So there's a few chiropractors just started their office. I can't help them. They don't have no systems in place. They don't have a proven sales process. I realized all of that down the road as I worked with like close to 100 chiropractors in the past 18 months, that some just don't have the mindset or this process or the sales skills to deal with cold market leads, these leads that are coming from marketing, right? Totally different ballgame than the organic strategies that they're used to, like referrals and lunch and learn and stuff like that.
Yeah, it takes a while, doesn't it, to learn what your specific niche is and how to talk to that niche. I've found that myself as well, but and to know when to say no. Because in your case, what I heard was you get a broke, unsystematized chiropractor contact you, right? And out by broke, maybe he hasn't been in business long enough to, get a cash flow thing going. But that is a person you say no to. You don't really say no, but you don't take the business, right?
Before when I was getting started, I needed to get market research done because I had zero intel on what problems chiropractors were facing, right? So I got on the phone with everyone. But now that I have, now that I have enough clients and I'm not worrying about getting clients, I'm not worried about market research. I'm a lot more strict on who I'll get on the phone with. So I'll go back and forth as long as I can inside of Messenger and with a text conversation before I get them on the phone. So I'll get as much as I can out, but I really filter them hard so that when we get on the phone, they're actually in the buyer zone and they're not still a shopper, because I don't want to get on the phone with shoppers.
Yeah. And that's an evolution of your business acumen, really.
That came in after. Yeah. Before I was like, get on the phone.
Yeah. So like I said in the beginning of the show, a lot of folks that listen to this program, they're entrepreneurs, maybe not chiropractors, although I can think of a couple of guys right now that are chiropractors that are in my network. But a lot of them in the real estate business, right? And so I'm trying to pick out like the gold from what you're saying so that people can see how it might apply to them. One I got was digital marketing, regardless of the business, works. You just got to figure out what the angle is, right? I heard constant contact with through Messenger. Where did you find your target? In the beginning, it was chiropractors. So where did you find them? Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups. I mean, where did you find those?
Well, it's really
that group of people.
So my strategy was, I wanted to leverage Facebook. I mean, Facebook is supposed to be for family and connections and all that stuff, but I rarely use it for that purpose. My goal was, I had 300 friends and we cap out at 5,000. So I said, you know what? I'm going to add as many chiropractors as friends, right? Until I max out. So that every time I put a post, every time I put my results, every time I do something with my business, they see it. And these guys will, just based on my posts, will start to build a relationship with me, and then they reach out to me. That's how I built my business after I did the hard prospecting, which was reaching out myself. So in the beginning, I reached out myself through Messenger, and I talked to as many people as I could. And once I was too busy, I stopped doing that. I started serving the clients, and then now all I do is post my results. And they come to me now. So it's better positioned. So I'm not the one doing the outreach. They're coming to me now because that's all my friends are chiropractors, right? Basically, right?
That's great. That's great. Cause like, okay, so what if like I got 4,000 friends on my personal Facebook, right? So, of course, I know every one of them individually and intimately, not. But anyway, but through yeah, most of them, like I said, most of them are real estate related because I've been in the real estate business forever, right? And they know me as an educator, they know me as an investor, et cetera, right? However, if you're that person out there, whatever business, and you want to use Facebook and you've got a couple thousand friends, you don't know them all. You don't know them all. I'd say go glean through them and cut out the ones that don't act, that aren't active, that don't participate, that don't share your posts, that don't, they're just viewers, right? And then replace those with your market.
There's an
your
actual
niche.
app for that too. There's an
Really?
app you can go and remove thousands of friends in seconds.
We're in such a personal business, aren't we?
And
What's the name of that app?
It's Friend Remover or something like that.
Of course.
It's a Google app. If you go on Google Chrome and look for the Friend Remover for Facebook, it'll pull up, and then it'll automatically tag those people that haven't been active or you haven't engaged with, and you can just simply click and then remove thousands at a time, and then you can start fresh. That's what I'm thinking about doing, because there's some chiropractors that don't engage, so I want to get in there and remove those and add new ones that Facebook keeps recommending me.
So if you're a listener and you know of this app, cool. If not, let me see if I can capture what you just said, right? So this app, Friend Remover.
Yeah, Friend Remover.
It'll go in, search the people that are not active.
Not active, yeah.
Haven't liked, haven't commented. Who knows where they came from? Maybe it's been a long, long time since they've interacted with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show you what those are. Then you have the Facebook page owner has the right or has the option to kick them off the island.
Pretty much.
All right. So you can keep them or you can kick them off the island.
I mean, it's not 100% accurate, so it'll tag people that aren't active. But you like say, I don't want to remove my wife as a concept, right? My wife's still in there. I haven't been active with my wife on Facebook, but
yeah. That would suck. That's a whole different seminar. That's a whole different program you need to buy. But that's cool. I am aware of a lot of things, but that one wasn't. I mean, it makes sense, but that you would have that, but I wasn't aware of that. And then you begin to replace them with people that are in your target market. So let's go back to the real estate thing. And by the way, what you're saying applies to any business. I don't care if you're in real estate, chiropractor, automobile paint shop. Go find the people that can potentially use your services, right? And make them your Facebook group. Here's the thing about Facebook that I've discovered. I'm fairly active on Facebook. Maybe you probably saw. And the people that are my friends, like they're my friends, right? Like first level friends. We do this. We text and we call and we shoot the breeze with each other, that kind of thing, right? The second tier friends, are people that I do know, and they're active on my social media platforms, and then there are people that are curious, they're interested, they're just kind of curious, right? And way back in the day, remember when it was a thing to have so you could get to 5,000 followers first. Right? It's like when you reach 5,000 followers, you posted this big thing, 5,000 followers. I can no longer take any more friends. Go over to my fan page, right? Or whatever it was, right? So we're past that, I think. I hope. Yeah. Okay. So, and then the other thing that I picked up is the outreach through Messenger, engaging in the conversation, and asking what they need, I guess, and creating some kind of solution so that you can get them on a phone call and actually figure out what they need. And then your testimonials then become your marketing after that. That's like the up level, right? Your results, your case studies, your testimonials, those are the things you post on your Facebook page, and that becomes your lead source, your lead magnet. Yeah,
exactly. So Yeah, so Facebook, I leverage that to post results, testimonials, all that stuff. If I'm going to get on a call with somebody and say we're going to get on a call tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and I just set the appointment, tonight, before that call, I'm going to send them a link to my case study page, right? And I'm working on my case study page where all my happy customers and their testimonials are and so forth. That way they can look at that before we get on the call, and that's just provides even more framing so that when they get on the call, they're more serious. They're in the buyer zone. That's really all that matters to me at this point, is that I can get them in the buyer zone before we even talk. That way half the sell is already done. We're not talking about whether they trust me. It's whether or not they can move forward, right? That I don't want to worry about trust on a call because that takes up too much time. Right?
They've already experienced that you're a legit guy. You're in the business. You're creating results. You've actually got some legit customers. So all of that pre-frame work is done. Now you get to the business of selling, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. He's David Thompson. He's from Castro Valley, California. Go on Facebook and Facebook friend David Thompson, especially if you're a chiropractor. But now I don't know. All my people are going to go Facebook friend you, and you're going like, nah, you're not it. You're not a chiropractor. Never mind.
I'm maxed out right now, and I have like 400 friend requests that I wish I can bring into the.
How about a fan page? I had to get a fan page, right? So the fan page is unlimited, right? So
I have a fan page, but I mean, right now I don't use it. I'm really big on organic. I just like talking to people and just going back and forth. The business page is a little harder to manage, right? Just because you don't see it all the time. But Facebook, man, I'm always on there.
Yeah, but if we go back to your strategy here, if you've got 5,000 legit chiropractor business prospects, coaching prospects, you got all the business you can handle.
Oh, I know. I have. It's a never-ending, resource, right? That you can go to. Yep.
And then you go and you do friend remover, and you got, let's call it 1,000 people that are not, that are just bystanders, right? And they're not really active with you. Now you remove them. Now you have room for 1,000 more warm/hot prospects.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. And that's using the Facebook personal page, right?
Yep. Just personal profile. I'm big on it. I do have a group. It's called Facebook Marketing for Health Experts. And so I do try to filter a lot of these people that are on my personal profile to go into the group. So I'm slowly doing that. I'm not in a rush simply because, once you have a group, then that's another commitment of time and effort.
It is. It can be an albatross. So what do you do in that group for those people that are in that group? Do they get like another level of coaching or a different perspective on things, or what do you do for that?
Leverage the personal profile for like trust, right? Just kind of posting results, get people to know, like, and trust me. On the inside of the group, I'll provide some like free trainings, I'll probably do some more interviews with clients to get in the nitty gritty of like exactly what kind of results I'm getting, and just kind of do free consults too. So I offer free consults with anybody that just wants to have a conversation about where they're at in business. And a lot of times I've done that. I've done at least, I'd say 40 to 50 free consults, which have turned into $30,000 in new business just by doing free consults. And I give the farm away in 15 minutes. And then they realize that, man, this guy is the real deal, and they want to do something else with me. Does that make sense?
It does. What I found, tell me if you found this too, like when you tell people, or when you give people a lot of information, right? That normally they would pay for, but the information seems so overwhelming because you're the expert. They're wanting to be an expert, or they're wanting to have the knowledge that you do. But then the information can be so overwhelming that people will just go like, how do I pay for this? How do I pay to help? How do I pay you to make this happen for me? Right. Yep. I find that to be the case all the time. Right. Because I'm sure you can, I can overwhelm people with information.
With taxes, I have one lady, she does bookkeeping, she does the accounting, she does all of it, the payroll. She does it all. And I don't, because I cannot wrap my head around how to make that work. She does everything for me. And I'm like, that's kind of an example of, I'm willing to pay you. I pay her a premium every month to worry about that stuff for me. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't want to learn how to do what you're doing. That's just too much information. Yeah.
I haven't balanced my checkbook in 30 years. Not that it's not balanced. I just haven't done it, right? That's a drudgery thing, right? I'm not going to do that. So, I mean, I learned years ago, get the right people in the right place to do the stuff that you're not good at or you don't care about, right? And people pay for that. You pay for it, I pay for it, and people pay experts for it, right?
Yep.
So same thing with regardless of the business, the industry that you're in, people are paying you for your expertise, your value, right? For what you know that they don't know, right? And the digital world has made it so much more accessible, so much more accessible.
Well, I love it. I love my strength is just talking to people, having a conversation, and you know, and I'm getting better at framing these people before we have a conversation. But really, at the end of the day, if I can talk to somebody one-on-one, I know I'll earn their trust. I'll know I'll earn their trust because I'm not. You can't fake what I'm doing. It's too hard to fake it. I mean, I'm just sharing what I know. And the cool thing is, you know, I participated in a bunch of masterminds in the past 12 months. And the reason I jumped into those was because I was afraid once I quit my job, because I quit my job around September last year. And I was like, what if I lose all my clients? You know, that's like the first worry I had. I got all these clients. What if I just lose them? And now I have to go look for a job. And so I got into masterminds to kind of work on my mindset, right? To hang out with people that are smarter than me. And so now I have this mindset and I'm like, my goodness. And sometimes I'm talking to people and I realize that, my gosh, my mindset is like it's way up here. And the guy that I'm talking to, he needs a lot of help with his mindset.
Right.
And so it's like, I have this confidence now because of things that I've learned from smarter people than I am, right? Not necessarily not just because of my results, but I have this, I don't know, it's just fearless attitude.
Confidence. Confidence. Yeah. And those people that you're learning from, they learn from you as well, because you've got expertise in areas that they don't have. And
I hope so.
It's reciprocal. It is. It's always reciprocal. That's the beauty of a mastermind. It's always reciprocal. You might think you're in there, like you're at the bottom of the ladder, you know, bottom of the totem pole, but you're really not in a mastermind, because if it's a true mastermind, right, there's a synchronicity of all the minds and a synchronicity of all the education and learning, right? So, I mean, there might be people in there that have certain expertise that you want to feed off of, but you've got your own expertise, right? So, and the mindset, and that is a mindset, and the mindset is so key, right? So key. You know, I was talking to somebody about 2 hours ago, and we were talking real estate, of course. Strategy, this, that, and the other. And then we said, he's like, yeah, I can teach anybody anything about this particular topic, right? And I'm like, yeah, but what's the difference? He goes, the difference is the mindset. Because you can teach somebody something, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E, just step by step. But if they don't have it between their ears to go out and take action, it's you know.
Or it's one weird question after another. Like they create obstacles. For example, obstacles that don't exist. Yeah. I'm like, let's not worry about that. Let's when we have that challenge, then we'll cross that bridge. But a lot of times the mindset people that have those challenges, they'll create all these mental obstacles before which makes it almost impossible for them to lift a finger, right? To move forward. And so I've noticed that, you know, and that's why before I take on any client, whether it's a student or a chiropractor, I need to see what their mindset is, right? Are they coachable, right? Will they listen to me, right?
How do you find out if a person is coachable? Yeah. Like in an initial call?
Well, like I asked them, like, I don't know. There's no real foolproof way, to be honest, right? But it's just really a feeling, right? Gut feeling. So I'll ask questions like, have you run paid advertising before? Oh, no. Why not? Oh, well, we tried it for a week and it didn't work out. Oh, mindset flag, right? How do you try
Okay.
something for 1 week and then give up on it, right? That's a mindset, right? So boom, red flag, right? He tried for something and he gave up in a week. Okay. And then I keep asking other questions. So like I look for those little red flags.
Sure.
And how much do you charge for a new patient? Like, what's your average lifetime value? Oh, I don't know. What's that? Oh boy, he doesn't track his numbers. Great, red flag, right? Okay, okay. So like average lifetime value. How much does a patient pay you over 3 months, over a 3 month period? Like, what's the average? Oh, 500, $800. Oh, mindset challenge. He's not charging enough, right? So boom, I start marking this off. Like, great, definitely I can't work with somebody that doesn't value their time, that doesn't charge enough for their services. And I can't work with somebody that thinks testing something out it should only last a week or 2 weeks, right? And those are some of the things I look for, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they bought a course, and what do they do with it? Like, I want to know, how did you try to implement anything in there, right? Like, what happened? Tell me what the results. Well, nothing. Blah. Like they can't speak to it. So, I mean, those are the things I'm looking for.
It's sitting over there in that closet. No, but those also can become teachable moments, right? So, I mean, I'm with you all the way on that. You get those red flags in a discovery conversation with people. Are they resistant, to your ideas? Are they resistant to new ideas? Mm-hmm. Why haven't they implemented things in the past? Are they lazy? I don't think people, for the most part, okay, I'm going to say this uncatегorically. I don't think people, for the most part, are lazy. I just think that their wiring is not where it needs to be. So it looks like lazy. And that usually looks like they're not passionate about what they're doing. Because when you're passionate and you believe in what you're doing, sleep is an afterthought, And it's like sleep. Who does that, right? When you're engaged and when you're involved. Right.
Well, my favorite clients, to be honest, are the ones I'm talking about, like local business clients, the ones that can say, all I need you to do is get them in the door and I'll handle it from there. That's the mindset I'm looking for. Like, they have processes. That means they have processes in place. They got a friendly staff. They know how to convert anybody that comes in the door. They're confident. Their mindset's on. Like the ones that are like, oh, I can't do that offer because, I'm going to attract tire kickers, or I can't convert people that want an adjustment included, or this and that. Like, regardless of whatever offer you run, right, your sales process does not change, right? So if you have a sales process, if they came in for a free consultation, you're going to walk them through the same process as the same person that came in for the free massage and the consultation, or the adjustment and consultation. It doesn't matter. It's all about how strong are your systems, right? And so that's what makes it difficult for me to find the ideal clients. So I'll get a lot of people reaching out to me, and I'll disqualify them in like a few minutes based on the conversation in text, via text. And I'm like, shoot, I wish I can close them. I probably could take their money, but I'm not, because I'm gonna buy myself problems, right?
That's so damn true. That is. No, I hear you on that. Okay, so because of chiropractors, we talked extensively about chiropractors, right? And then other health professionals. Give us an example of who else you might work with in this process that you do.
So for health experts, local businesses, I've worked in the past with dentists, chiropractors, pain management services, doctors that do surgeries for like low back pain, neck pain, all that stuff. Weight loss clinics, the body balancing clinics, or the lipo laser, the med spas, what else? Gyms, yoga, bar, Pilates, all that stuff. Anything that's within the health experts niche, I've had experience with. A majority of it obviously is with chiropractors and weight loss clinics and stuff like that. And then separate from them would be, anybody that's bought a bunch of courses and they still haven't gotten results, and they know and recognize they need somebody to just tell them what to do. Then I have a coaching program for them, because that's separate.
How do you find that kind of person? How do you find that person that says, I've got it in the closet, I don't know what to do with it, or I haven't done anything with it?
Well, that's part of the reason. I mean, like, like I'm starting to do more interviews in Facebook groups with entrepreneurs that have a following, right? They have like 10, 20, 30,000 people that are trying to become entrepreneurs, mostly trying to get their agency. And a lot of them, you know, if you bought a course recently and you're in a paid group, they put you in a group for people that have bought a course, right? And so they can do coaching in there and stuff like that. A lot of times what happened was I would post my results in the group with other students that have bought the course. As soon as I post this, people start reaching out to me and I say, oh, so how did you get that? Like I'll say, I made 10K today, new client, blah, blah, blah. And then people will reach out to me via messenger, say, hey, so how are you doing this? Like, what are you doing? Like, we bought the same course, right? But now see how people naturally want to talk to somebody that's closer to them, that knows a little bit more than they do, to get that one-on-one help, like that one-on-one support. I got overwhelmed. I got too many people reaching out to me and I ignored them in the beginning. And then I realized, you know what, maybe I should do something with these people. And that's when I started the coaching program. But yeah, all the paid groups that I'm in, I post my results and then all of a sudden my messenger inbox is flooded with help questions.
That's fabulous. That's good. So what's next? What do you do next? Where does your business go next?
Well, right now I'm trying to systematize the agency piece. I have somebody that's managing the accounts. And so I want to get it to a point where I don't have to do anything with the agency. It's all mapped out. I have somebody that can manage it for me. And then I could focus on helping entrepreneurs, you know, establish their agency, but strictly on a one-on-one basis. I wouldn't have a course. It would really be one-on-one coaching until they get the results. I want to focus on them because really, to be honest, I like teaching people how to do what they need to do. Mm-hmm. They get the satisfaction of somebody telling them what to do, when to do it, what to focus on. And I don't literally have to do anything. Because I don't want to manage campaigns anymore myself. I don't want to build them anymore. I don't want to optimize and do all this stuff that I'm doing right now with my agency. I'd rather give it to somebody else, pay that person a good, give them a good salary, whatever. And then I'll be happy just kind of, making the money that way. But I'd rather just tell people what to do. I'm in that phase where I just want to help people through consulting, kind of, just getting them on the phone and telling them showing them what.
Yeah. Good. Well, I sure want to thank you for your time. I'm glad that we met. I'm glad that I came across your page. What I'm going to encourage folks to do that are listening to the podcast is go to your page, David Thompson in Castro Valley, California. Look at it as a business model. See how it applies to your business, whether you're a healthcare professional or a realtor or in the real estate business as an investor, and see how digital marketing fits into your business and how you can expand your business through digital marketing, Facebook ads, Facebook posts, lives, Facebook lives. You do a lot of Facebook lives?
Oh, I'm starting to roll that out now.
Facebook lives are awesome. And to think,
screenshots.
yeah, I don't care about what you do on a Facebook Live. You get interest. It's like if I'm at the park, if I'm in the office, if I'm in my truck, if I'm in, at the beach, whatever it is, you just get it's an interesting format, right? So anyway, go to David Thompson's Facebook page and look at what he's doing and use it as a model for your business so you can expand your business. You can help others. I like that there feels like to me like there's a very personal touch to what you do. And I think that's the thing that is missing in social media, because we're like one step removed. And I think it's the thing that's missing in our digital age is the personal touch. So you've combined, it seems to me, like the digital world and framing it with the personal touch. And this is why you're getting results. And so I think we're at that place, right, where we've got to give the personal touch to people. And especially if you love it, especially if you love serving people and helping people and sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and experience. So do that. You've also got a website. Tell us your website again, please.
It's davidrogerthompson.com. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can get a free consult. Just click on the button and it'll take you to my calendar and you can schedule a free 15-minute consult. I'm always happy to do that with local business clients or anybody else that just wants
Great.
to.
David Roger Thompson. Get a consult with him when you do mention my name in the notes, because otherwise he's probably going to kick you out.
No.
No, right? And then what else? Let's see. The friend remover app. I'm going to go look at that. I've been thinking about that actually. I'm like, how do I don't want to sit there and scroll through everything. I may as well go to the dentist, right? So anyway, that sounds good. But yeah, this is all part of being an entrepreneur, and that's what the show is about, an entrepreneurial genius. There are many, many, many ways to skin the cat. And if you've got a need, and if you've got you're at a place in your life where you need a different way to do things, the digital world is obviously a place for that. But being an entrepreneur is the best, right? I mean, leaving your 80-hour working for somebody else.
Freedom.
I love that. I say all the freedom, right? You can help somebody else build their empire, or you can build your own, right? So that's what it boils down to. But thank you very much for being on the show. And I'm going to put all that information in the show notes, links, and also links to the friend remover. And that's the best thing that came out of this show, man. I'm just kidding you. Anyway, so thanks for being on the show. And thanks for watching Entrepreneurial Genius. And we'll see you again next time on the next episode.
Thank you for listening to Entrepreneurial Genius. To learn more, visit paulmontalongo.com. If you've enjoyed the episode, please remember to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And please share with your friends. Thanks again, and we'll be back soon with a new episode.